I'm Joyce Woodworth. Welcome to the Spirit of Winona. Many people in the Winona area like to begin their Christmas shopping early at the Holiday Happiness Sale at Winona Community Hospital. There they find great gifts all laid out in a beautiful display, and when they make a purchase, they are assured that part of the money spent will also be used for a good cause. Today we're going to find out what that cause is, how the Holiday Happiness Sale began, and what it's all about. At this time, I'd like to introduce my guests, Irene Rank and Nora Nass. Hi,
Joyce.
girls.
Hi, Joyce.
Welcome to the Spirit of Winona.
Nice to be here.
Yes, indeed.
Well, now tell me, the Holiday Happiness, it does provide money for a very good cause. Tell me exactly what the cause is.
Well, it's always nursing scholarships and some piece of equipment for the hospital.
Okay.
Last year it was the chapel out at the hospital, the new chapel.
Wonderful. How much generally do you raise from the Holiday Happiness Sale?
Well, we always hope, for the last several years, $25,000. And I would like to tell you that last year I asked our treasurer of the gift shop to sort of collect all the figures, and she could only go back to 1979, but at that point we had contributed $520,000 to the auxiliary.
Wow, good for you.
$500,000 sounds like more.
Well, now the Holiday Happiness is held every year at the hospital on the 3rd floor. But tell the viewers what the Holiday Happiness Sale is, because there might be some people who might not know about it.
Well, Nora said it all when she said it is the kickoff. We like to think it's the kickoff for the holiday season for all the people in Winona and the surrounding community to come and take part in.
The women and men of the hospital auxiliary begin the week before the sale to transform the 3rd floor of Winona Community Memorial Hospital into a shopper's holiday paradise. The storeroom on this floor has been collecting boxes full of merchandise for the past 12 months. A group of volunteer buyers purchased the items at the Upper Midwest Merchandise Association in Minneapolis. How many buyers do you have that go out there?
We have 4. 4 girls that go, and we have an alternative person who will come in case we can't. We like a lot, Joyce, because everyone has a different opinion, a different taste, and that's really what makes it work, because if we all had the same ideas on things, it would be sort of blotto.
Boring.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a full year of fun. A lot of work, a lot of hard work. I don't think people realize what goes on behind closed doors. We go to market, and we go every month up until September. As the merchandise comes in, we unpack it, and then we decide what we will charge, and then we try to store it.
In January, we have a person with us who really can set the scene, Mara Rapinski.
She can see the entire 3rd floor.
She can. And so we rely on her to really get the theme for the tea table. And after we once go through the showrooms searching for something new and how should we do this, should it be glamorous, should it be child fun, or this sort of thing, she more or less really picks out the theme.
Spread. Yep.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
I didn't catch your name, but it never really mattered. I will always feel the
I notice every table has someone's name tag on. What exactly does that mean?
Well, it means that the person whose name appears on the table is the person who decorated the table after we amassed all this merchandise right on top. They can unload the table, and they honestly do a beautiful job of just concocting a beautiful scene. And so you see everyone who has a name, every name that's on every table, it means that that person or those people have decorated the table.
Well, you both have been involved with Holiday Happiness for many years, but tell us maybe a little bit about the very beginning. How did it ever start, and who started it?
It began with Gladys Miller and her enthusiasm to get the community working together.
Gladys Miller was the wife of Rudy Miller, who was a philanthropist. She actually was from the Minneapolis area, had worked with auxiliaries in Minneapolis, so that when she came to Winona, she saw the potential, and as Dr. Rogers used to tell the story, that prior to that time, the auxiliary consisted of a bunch of women sitting around and having tea. And she decided that they should go to work. So at least these are the stories we've heard. So, and this is how it all evolved. She really was a terrific volunteer, the last one to leave wherever she was working, and taught us all really how to, the heart of being a volunteer and a cause for the volunteering.
She was a great lady, and that surely was her gem, was taking care of that hospital.
Yes.
The yellow flowers are the yellow roses, I should say, were Gladys Miller's favorite flowers. And every year, her husband, Rudy, would send flowers at this time to Gladys for Holiday Happiness. And one rose, red rose, symbolizes Rudy. And ever since, the family has continued this trend. So it's symbolic.
Let's describe some of the tables, like the jewelry table, for instance. Tell me what you have in jewelry that's unique.
Well, the jewelry is actually, we neglected to say that we have two buyers that do jewelry. They like to say that one of them is real funky and the other one is pretty sensible. They're a wonderful mix because they have a little bit of everything for everyone.
That would go with anything, or this has got pinks and greens. Very different too.
Yes, that's fine.
Isn't that a sweet one?
That's very sweet.
I kind of like Dick the Hall.
Mommy, look at these. Come in. To bed we go to dream, it's almost Christmas time. Oh, cheesy snacks, our lips will snack, a taste of nuts indeed. Oh, what fun it is to munch on Santa's Christmas trees. Oh, the tree is trimmed, stockings hung, and we'll hide out of sight to catch a glimpse of Santa Claus when he shows up tonight.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me that my sometime is now.
Walking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit free. Wait, we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling.
Well, they have a great selection, and I've got a couple things I've purchased already for the holiday shopping. Nice to get an early start, so I'm not so rushed later on. So I think they have stuff for the kids and stuff for everyone, so it's been wonderful.
There are 2 candle holders, and I'm going to buy those for my daughter. She lives out in Utah. And then I also have a little music box that I'm going to be giving away to a couple that I know that just had a little baby boy yesterday. So very exciting.
And there's a children's section with beautiful books, you know, ones that grandmas want to buy and mothers that you can't find in town. Many stuffed animals that is a big seller throughout the whole year. And we have Crystal Table, which happens to be one of my favorite. We have a large gourmet section with quick, easy menus, but with wonderful soups, breads that do not require a bread machine. Unique gifts, very unique, different.
Let's talk a little bit more about the Ladies Auxiliary that puts this holiday happiness on. Now, I know they used to be referred to as Pink Ladies, and they wear pink jackets. Are they still referred to as the Pink Ladies?
Yes, we still have the pink jackets.
I think it's sort of a universal, actually a universal name for women volunteers. I know I see it in other hospitals throughout the area, and it seems to be a
just lends
universal
itself.
thing. When you see a pink smock, you know it's a pink lady.
Okay, but I understand you also have males, don't you?
Yes, we
now,
do.
and they're in blue. Does
Oh,
that
okay.
surprise you?
Pink and blue. All right.
And I've been buying the bakery goods for about 4 or 5 years now. We get them from Dobby's Bakery in Rochester. We generally go up in September or October, first part of October, and we go over the order, kind of compare what we had last year. And then she generally has a few new items that we can get every year. And this year we did a lot of new little individual things that people have loved. But we get it fresh every day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so that it's not left over, and people know that they're getting fresh, good bakery items. Many of them are warm. We have some warm bread every morning, and the aroma goes through the hospital, and the people are anxious to come and get the bakery things because they're wonderful, and everything is so tasty, and just a wonderful place to get good bakery things.
Are a lot of your hospital volunteers involved with the Holiday Happiness Sale?
Oh, they are. We have at least 150 people coming together to help put this event on. And there's cashiers, there's people watching all the tables that will help the people shopping. There are bakers. You know, we talked about our tea table. We call it a tea table, and we serve coffee and punch. And we have people baking their homemade favorite Christmas cookies in bars, and we serve those from the tea table.
Well, tell me what happens to all these gifts after the sale?
Well, after the sale, whatever is left over, again, we put all of our new things down in the gift shop. And this year it is absolutely gorgeous.
It is.
And I just wish, honestly, I have some children that live out of the city, and they come in and say, there isn't a store that in the quote-unquote big city that can hold a candle to the merchandise we have. And our shop is absolutely beautiful.
It is.
All the merchandise comes down into the shop. It's decorated by many people. And
What about the prices?
The
Joyce.
prices.
I
Go ahead.
hate to repeat this, but and I may trample
Go
on
for
somebody's
it.
toes,
No,
but
no, no.
I always say we're the TJ Maxx of Winona. And we even have lovely paper that we can wrap your gift in.
wraps.
All right.
If we just bought inexpensive things and had inexpensive prices, there wouldn't be any glitz to it. So we strive to buy very, very nice items, and we in turn try to bring that into the community and offer very good prices.
They always say there's something for every pocketbook.
Yes, right.
Excellent. And it's so wonderful that now any of the viewers, if they so choose, if they miss the Holiday Happiness Sale, they can still go down to your gift shop and purchase their gifts.
Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that, Joyce, because we do want people to come in. It's beautiful. The shop is gorgeous.
And
Thank
it's
you.
not fighting a crowd,
True.
a large crowd.
Thank you so much for sharing all your ideas and for all the work that you do for the Holiday Happiness for the hospital.
Thank you, Joyce.
And thank you for joining me today. Please join me again next week. Till then, enjoy the Spirit of Winona.